So as I sit here relaxing, yes, I said it, relaxing, and reading my book, The Law of Psychic Phenomenon, an edition from 1904, it made me mindful. There are so many people out there that think that just because they can, they should. No training, nothing. I'd like to do a brief comparison of mediumship and tap dance. Can you imagine, just for a second, going into a tap dance class and maybe taking a 6-week session, and then all of a sudden, you're like, oh my God, I love this so much. And guess what? I know how to do a shuffle and a ball change, and I can count to 8 with the music. I can teach this. Now, tap dance has such deep historical roots, and there's a whole bunch of things that come with it: musicality, music history. There's masters that have come up, and it's a legacy of teaching each other and passing down steps and choreography. You can't just learn it in a 6 weeks class. It's the same with mediumship. Just because we know how to connect to our guides, we might take a really quick class on ancestors. That doesn't mean we're professionals on ancestors. We might take a class on spirit guides. That doesn't mean we are qualified to teach about spirit guides. Maybe we saw online, how to read tarot one time, or we picked up the book that came with the cards and now we can teach tarot. Yeah, I don't think so. Mediumship takes work. It takes a full, deep understanding of ethics and history, the different types of mediumship, and how we connect to people, the reasons that we should be doing mediumship or shouldn't be doing mediumship. Again, just because we can doesn't mean we should. So if we take a really quick workshop on something, that doesn't mean we should be turning around and teaching it. So if you are a person who is looking to grow and you are looking for mentors, make sure you do your deep dive into what the mentors are doing too. Are they just taking a quick class and regurgitating it? Or have they been practitioners for a long time, where they have put their time in? I consider myself mediocre at best compared to so many others in this field and in doing this practice. And yes, now with the blessing of my mentors, I teach classes, but I've also put so much time and energy into learning and understanding the work, and I continue to grow constantly. I'm not looking to take a class so I can just teach it the next week. That's not how it works. I learn, I get my experiences in, and a good teacher will do that. So make sure that if you've got a teacher, there's someone claiming to be a mentor and charging you $1 bajillion, ask them, who are your mentors? How long have you studied with them? Can we verify that? How many classes have you taken with them? How long have you been practicing these types of spiritual practitioners or practices? Just because someone gives a really good demonstration on Instagram or Facebook or TikTok or YouTube doesn't mean that they are qualified to teach. And just because they charge a ton of money and makes you sign a contract for a year doesn't mean that you're going to get your money's worth. If you take a class and then you're flipping through, maybe they shared information, maybe like a PDF, so you can learn from it. I know I do that, but I create my own. But if you're flipping through and you see that there's copyrighted material in there, that should be a red flag. Going back to tap dance, anytime we share steps, anytime we share dances or choreography, we give the credit where the credit's due. Not just, oh, hey, I took a class once and learned this. No, you got to deep dive into it, especially if you're doing historical pieces. If you're learning things at a deeper level. And as a teacher, I'm going to try to be responsible with that information as I pass it along. It's one thing to share, it's another thing to mentor. And same goes with mediumship. It's one thing to share and give hints or to give some guidance. It's another to claim to be a mentor. So if you are a practitioner or an up-and-coming practitioner, take your time, put in the time, put in the work, journal, do videos, do work with people, take classes, be in development circles. You don't just take one workshop for a few weeks and then say, oh, hey, I can teach this now. It doesn't work that way. Just like in tap dance takes years of development, multiple mentors and teachers, and practice at home, and then also in that growth and process, finding your own voice, your own style, your own vibration and frequency that you can share and bring to the table without just mimicking and copying other people. People who just pop into classes and then turn around and claim they can teach things after just a couple times or a couple classes, they're grifters. They're stealing material and they're regurgitating it and they're not putting in the work. So again, due diligence, ask the hard questions before you give away your hard-earned money. Just a thought. Keep on studying and learning.